Hey everybody, and we're back for my favorite thing, which is another worm off screen that is gonna give me like 5 minutes of trouble. No, we're not back for that. We're back for some exploring. Oh my gosh! So I didn't look in this. I did not look in this chest before I opened it, but we found one of my favorite things: the Extractinator. Turns silt and slush into something more useful. So that's going to turn basically garbage, two garbage materials into random coins and other goodies. It is really fun to play with because it lets you do silly things. It lets you turn crap into platinum coins on occasion. That's super rare. I've had that happen to me once, but when it happened to me, it was 5 platinum coins. And for those of you who don't know, platinum is worth 100 gold, so 500 gold. It can also turn things into all the gems, including diamond. It can give you things that you might not have in your world, like gold. For every mineral that we have, there is another metal that we don't. So all the metals have 2 pathways. In this world, we have copper. If we didn't have copper, that would be tin. If we didn't have platinum, that would be gold. I'm really glad we have platinum, because platinum is awesome, and gold is just okay. What am I doing, you might wonder? So, if I show you our map, there's this whole area between our house and the cave we were exploring that we just had no natural way down to. Like, that doesn't go anywhere, that doesn't go anywhere. So I just dug straight down, now that I have the platinum pickaxe, to explore this area. I thought, why not? I'm just going to brute force my way in. And, excuse me, I'm glad we did, because there's art, there's a life crystal. So things that we've found, either in this episode already or on the way here. Orange bloodroot, that's orange dye, that's really cool. Blueberries, that's blue dye. That's another dye component that I don't think we have. And green mushrooms. I like all these things. We're going to be super happy with those. Another thing you can get from the Extractinator is called Amber, which I believe currently doesn't do anything in the game. You can also get a little fossil guy. And the little fossil guy is a pet. He'll be your buddy and wander around with you. And I don't like pets much in Terraria, except for the ones that do things. He doesn't do anything, so we won't use him too much. But there are a couple pets that do minorly fight, and those ones are really cool. We'll hopefully get some of those later. There's some cobwebs. Oh, okay. So this wasn't what I'd planned to do this episode, but we just had a meteorite land, and meteorite are awesome. They are sort of like a material that doesn't really have any fit into the hierarchy of what we're doing. They don't, or how do I want to put this? It's kind of like in some ways it's the second to last thing you need as far as good materials. In other ways, it's totally skippable. But if you choose to go get it, it can be a really good armor. And it's also, I don't know if you need the pickaxe for the progression, but the pickaxe is, I think, better than what we have. So we're gonna definitely go get some meteorite soon. Going to quickly put some things away since we're back up here. Just get I guess we found all these types of dyes before, so there's actually no new dyes. I started a new pile of chests up here. And this is going to be kind of like our workstation part 2. This has our ammo in it, because why not? Okay, so unfortunately to find the meteorite, we actually need to just kind of run around. So hopefully it's kind of close to us. Looking for it at night isn't really the best thing, but I think it's almost daytime. So what I'd planned on doing for the next few episodes, and I think I still will a little bit, is I want to go explore the cavern area. And the cavern is just a layer of strata that is underneath the underground, if that makes sense. And that is where slightly harder enemies live, but it's also an area where we'll find a lot of platinum and tungsten, and that'll get us easily to like the next 2 tiers of armor. And I'm dying because I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh, let's heal. Where? Oh yeah. So I switched around the order of some of the items in my hotbar. I guess it was not as close to daytime as I thought it was. I thought we were like right on daytime. Okay, let's go get that heart. Let's kill this guy and take a lot of damage from him. Oh my! If this blood spider gets near us, we are toast. Okay, so we're not quite toast yet. Walking through the Crimson at night means that the spawn point is 1.5 times what it normally is. So that's why we're fighting so many enemies right now. And you'll notice that I'm using our boomstick that we found in the jungle. And the reason I'm using it is because after messing around with the pistol, like the triple shot is really definitely worth the fact that the gun's slower, less accurate. It's, you know, it's just allowing us to tear through enemies, and it's making it so that, like, I don't think we're hitting with, well, we're hitting with 2 shots a lot actually, but the main thing that we're doing is we're never missing entirely, so we're always connecting. Like, it really sucks when you have ooh, why did I jump down here? This was a bad idea. I was expecting like a piranha and I found 2 face monsters. And I am missing somehow. Miraculously, I'm missing. There's more face monsters. But yeah, I think overall this gun is better than the pistol because we're always connecting, we're always getting a little bit of knockback. Alright, now I think it's approaching day a little bit. And we're just kind of running across the map. We're looking for our meteor. We're trying not to engage in too many enemies. That was an okay fight, though. So my plan was to go into the caverns for this episode and to explore that area. What is... That's strange looking. And my hope was that the caverns would just give us our next few tiers of armor, but meteorite is actually going to allow us to bypass that. Is that spear better than... No, that spear's terrible. Take the potions. That's it. That's all I want to take from there. Might as well take the rope. Yeah, we're just gonna straight up bypass like the tungsten tier of armor and go get meteorite armor. This is gonna be amazing. And another thing that we're gonna do, actually, so this meteorite is not gonna give us like all the meteorite ore that we need in the entire world. There's a way in which it can, but it's kind of, it's not cheating at all, but it's just really slow. So we're not gonna do the like awesome, crazy tactics that would allow us to get all the meteorite. For those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, if you played Terraria, I'm talking about setting up a meteorite farm. I just don't really feel like doing that right now. We got another NPC who's arrived, the party girl, who is going to occupy one of the houses way, way far away because she's useless. And we still haven't run across that meteorite. The meteorite might be on the other side of the world. Here's our dungeon. I'm just not going to explain what the dungeon is right now. It's a place. It's a place and a thing that we'll worry about later. I am, however, I'm going to walk in the door. Books. Take the door straight off. Take the water candle. Do a bunch of things that I'm not explaining at all adequately. Oh, I didn't take those books. Okay, so if we go into that dungeon right now, we will be killed. We will be killed by the hardest enemy in the game, literally something that you're not supposed to even be able to fight or try to fight. It has a health bar, but it does like 10,000 damage. People fight it as like it's the last thing they do in Terraria when they've broken the game and are just like, when they're just bored, I guess. And you have to build like a, you'd never get gear good enough to fight it. You have to build like a crazy arena and do all sorts of weird stuff to fight it. Man, I'm doing a really good job of running across this level, aren't I? No, I'm taking forever to cross it. So the dungeon is an area we're going to be concerned with much later. Oh, we didn't find the meteorite. That's unlucky for us. I'm going to go into the water. Throw our boomerang out. And there's no chest down here. There's just a shark. That's unfortunate for us. We are going to be in trouble very soon. So we mirror home. We barely make it. Okay, let's put the books here. We don't need books at all. Put the dungeon door here. And let's not worry about putting anything else. Let's put the water candle away. Water candle increases spawn rate when you set it down. It's going to be useful to us much, much later. When we're trying to get drops from certain enemies. The dungeon is an area we're going to go into after we beat the third boss, or depending on how you want to look at it, the fourth boss in the game. Right now we just have no business there. So we're not going to go there yet. Another thing that I want to do after I go into the cavern and get armor and whatnot is I want to go into the jungle, because I find that the jungle, it's a really hard area to mine, but it's a really good area for getting how do I want to put it? Heart crystals. Heart crystals are really easy to see there, so they're incredibly easy to just find on the surface. So, still looking for meteorite, and we found it. Okay, so this is going to be dangerous. If we stand on meteorite, I'll show you. It will hurt us. Like, that did a lot of damage to us. So we can't just stand on this stuff. And we're also going to get enemies who do damage to us that are just going to fly at us from all directions. And I don't know... I mean, we can just kill them with the pickaxe that we're using. But they are actually going to be a little bit strong for how we are right now. And these guys have a 2% chance to drop meteorite the stuff that we're mining. So you can see how someone, if they had a lot of patience, they might use like the water candle that we just found, something like that, and stand around a bunch of meteorite and get meteor heads to spawn and just fight them like crazy. This is gonna be tricky. So many meteor heads. These things have I think they increased the spawn rate by a lot. I don't know how much it is exactly. I've heard someone say 6 times. I don't think that that's right, but they way up the spawn rate. And here's what a blueberry bush looks like if you're playing the game and looking for blue dye. Gonna pick it up. So this meteor, it's a lot of meteor, which is good because what it does is it hits an area, and the game changes whatever's there into meteor in about this size of an area. And if we had I don't know, maybe like if it had hit right here, we would have had much less meteorite because obviously there's nothing there. There's just like empty space. I hope that makes sense. Okay, killing a bunch of stuff. So one of the things that I want to make out of the meteor stuff, which I don't think we're actually going to get a full set of armor out of this. There's just too much, or the opposite of that. There's not enough. There's just not enough meteorite, and I forget what a full set takes, but I think it's usually like you need 2 meteors to land, and you need them, at least one of them, to land in a good spot if you want to get a full set. So instead, what I'll probably make out of this is the gear. I'll probably make the I'll probably make the pickaxe. I'll check to see if the pickaxe is for sure better. I think it is. And I will definitely make the Meteor Ham Axe, because that is an awesome item. Just the name is awesome, Meteor Ham Axe. It sounds so cool. But the Meteor Ham Axe is a hammer and an axe. So it's going to allow us to get... it's going to free up an inventory space is basically what it's going to do. It's going to be the... Wow, we are taking a ton of damage. These things do a ton of damage to us. We're really not quite prepared to fight them. I mean, we have the skills, so we'll be alright, but we can't let another one of them hit us, is where we're at right now. I could pop a potion to make this less dire, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's dig down here and see what's down here while we're standing here. Kind of an interesting little area. I'm only exploring it because I want to give myself some time to heal. Huh, that's weird. Slimes shouldn't be able to spawn where meteorite is supposed to be. I should not have killed that slime because he might be stopping... He might be lowering the spawn rate and letting us not have so many meteor heads on the screen. I'll take some pain for that silver. I don't think I'm going to farm this whole thing on camera. Probably a lot of people just like cheered when I said that. Because, I mean, it's going to be slow going. It's going to be a lot of sitting here and killing meteor heads, healing, and then fleeing again. And I also, I forgot to start my episode timer when I started this, so I don't know how far in we are. This might be a longer episode than most, or a shorter episode if I'm not being perceptive. I think we have... I don't think we have enough meteorite to do anything quite yet. I think I want, like... Alright, we have 60. 60 is probably enough to make the ham axe, actually. Let's stop when we have a stack of it. Okay, lots of... Alright, we can actually stun lock these guys, even in groups with our pickaxe, and that's good news. I wasn't expecting that. I think I've done this a couple times now with the platinum pickaxe, and I think that has surprised me each time. Ooh, I'm standing in death. Standing in death. And we can't afford to do that. We can't just sit there and let things hit us. Gonna touch this really quickly to get... Not worth it for a few silver. But, okay. We'll mirror out of here. And, alright, so we didn't quite get a full stack, but we got a lot. We're gonna come back next episode and look at what that's gonna build us.